It's been a long day without you, my friend, and I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. We've come a long way from where we began. Oh, I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. When I see you again.
Who knew all the planes we flew, good things we've been through, that I'll be standing right here talking to you about another path. I know we love to hit the road and laugh, but something told me that it wouldn't last. Had to switch up, look at things different, see the bigger picture. Those were the days, hard work forever pays. Now I see you in a better place. How can we not talk about family when family's all that we got? Everything I went through, you were standing there by my side, and now you gon' be with me for the last time.
It's been a long day without you, my friend, and I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. We've come a long way from where we began. Oh, I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. When I see you again.
Our graduating class of 2020. Graduates, you may be seated. Ladies and gentlemen, family and friends, honored guests, and especially graduates, welcome to the celebration ceremony for the 2020 Rosenort School grads. As we head into our celebration, I would like to take a moment to take care of a few housekeeping rules to make today's event a little bit more memorable and enjoyable, and then I would like to address our graduates. Firstly, we are streaming the ceremonies today. If you at home experience technical difficulties with your video feed, rest assured we will be putting the full graduation ceremony video on our RedHawk 360 YouTube channel immediately after the conclusion of the ceremony. After the recessional today, the grads will be heading on a vehicle parade through some of the streets in Rosenort. If you are able, please show your support to the graduates by greeting them at the end of your driveways as they drive by. And next to our graduates. Your 13 years of education has culminated for you with an unprecedented pandemic at the conclusion of your graduation year. For some of you, it gave you a chance to jump into the workforce earlier than planned. For others, it brought stressors regarding courses because you need those skills in the courses in your university studies or college studies further down the road. For a few of you, the remote learning gave you a chance to complete your required courses for graduation. Whatever your path to graduation, I want to relay, on behalf of the Rosenort school staff, a massive congratulations. Over the past few months, there has been another, probably more significant event taking place in our world. When George Floyd lost his life during an arrest in Minnesota, it spurred a worldwide movement that included marches and gatherings over social injustice and racism that exists in our society. Canada, Manitoba, Rosenort, and our school community is not excluded from the racism and injustice that exists in our society. Your generation, Generation Z or Z, has a chance to lead like no other generation before you. You have been taught acceptance and tolerance by your school staff. You have seen what it means to stand up for others when they are being marginalized. I encourage you graduates to stand strong and stand up for others. When I look at you, I see so much leadership potential. Use your voice to make this a better world for everyone. And finally, I hope that you take the 13 years in the education system and use them to formulate your achievements, for what you want to achieve and your dreams. Congratulations to each one of you on all of your achievements. At this time, would you please rise as Miss Frances Tomeo and Miss Emma Unger will lead us in the singing of O Canada. At this time, we're going to have an address by Mr. Brad Curtis, who's the superintendent of our school division. It'll be a virtual address, and immediately following that, we will have an address and a greetings from our school board.
On behalf of the Red River Valley School Division, I'd like to thank parents, staff, honored guests, family, and friends for helping make this day possible for all of our graduates. To the members of the graduating class of 2020, congratulations on your achievements, and in particular, I commend all of you for being here today after the adverse learning conditions while classes were suspended for the last 3 months of your education. Be proud of your accomplishments. You have earned them. There will certainly be more challenges that you will face in the future. As we are currently facing challenges due to COVID-19 across the world, I'd like to reflect on 20 years ago when the world faced another potential crisis. At the turn of the millennium, there was great concern that our computer systems would fail across the world. The Y2K bug, or millennium bug, threatened major dysfunction of all of our computer systems. Governments and businesses spent billions of dollars to ensure there would not be any failures. The millennium came and passed with minor inconveniences. Fast forward to today, and we again face a potential crisis throughout the world. What will be the next crisis we face in 20 years? Will you be ready for the next challenge? As you celebrate your high school graduation, many people will be asking you, what are you going to do now? What are your plans? What are you going to be? Have you thought about being a teacher, a doctor, a nurse, mechanic, carpenter, electrician, a traveler, or possibly some profession that does not even exist yet? If there was one thing I wish all of us could be, I would choose to be resilient. Resilient people are optimistic. They find positive aspects of problems that exist. They are tolerant. They can participate in arguments without getting too emotional. They have thick skin. They deal with criticism and rejection in a reasonable manner. They are persistent. They find a way through failures and problems to achieve an objective. And they are big picture thinkers. They don't worry about small problems today that are meaningless to the big picture. By being here today, you have all demonstrated great resiliency. Take that forward with you and use it whenever it is required. Good luck and congratulations, class of 2020.
Well, students, you did it. As your school trustees, we wanted to take some time to acknowledge you, the graduates of 2020. We all find ourselves in these unprecedented times where words like social distancing, pandemic, COVID-19 have become a part of everyday conversations, and all of a sudden that hand washing that we practiced over and over in kindergarten has literally saved lives.
This global pandemic has thrust you, a generation of teenagers, into the anxieties of adulthood. But here is a real-world lesson for you. The pandemic will not define your generation, but how you respond to it will. You are now a big part of history, class of 2020. You may even find that breaking the mold on what a graduation looks like is even more memorable than something traditional.
Collectively, this graduating class has had to first come to terms with missing out on tournaments, provincial playoffs, concerts, plays, gym riots, and so many other memories since mid-March. You celebrated so many firsts and missed out on so many lasts. We know this has been a challenging time for you, and of course your families, who became teaching assistants, and let's be honest, they didn't really want that job.
We know you miss your friends, your teachers, school staff, and even the school itself. It is our hope that when you look back on your school life, you will not only remember how it ended, but more importantly, you will remember all the great times leading up to it. Always remember the amazing friendships you have made and the lessons you have learned, not only in math, but also in life. Nous sommes reconnaissants du fait que vous manquez vos amis, vos professeurs, les membres personnels et même le local de l'école. Nous espérons que lorsque vous pensez à votre cheminement d'école, les mémoires seront remplies de sourires et bonheur et pas de la façon dont la deuxième année a terminé. Tenez dans vos cœurs les amitiés que vous avez créées et les leçons apprises, non seulement de mathématiques, mais aussi les leçons de vie.
So much care has been put in to ensure your success, from the days of your family waking you up to get to school and then helping with your homework, to the bus drivers, crossing guards, custodians, secretaries, educational assistants, principals, and teachers. They were all there to support you. All of these people made sure that this day would be an option for you. But you, the graduate, would not be receiving a diploma without your own determination and hard work. You had to want this more than anyone, and we hope that you also acknowledge yourself.
Realize that this is a completed chapter in your big book of life. You don't know it yet, but you've learned resiliency. You've learned a lesson in patience, and you've learned that sometimes life is unfair. These are some of the most important chapters, and we acknowledge that it has been really hard for you to write these few pages. You will need to look at your book and turn the page yourself and make the next chapter even better.
This graduating class will always hold a special place in the hearts of everyone. You will be known as the ones that had to create a new way of achieving the ultimate goal of graduation while navigating this social distancing way of life. From the school trustees, congratulations class of 2020 and good luck in all of your endeavors. Cette classe de gradués occupera une place spéciale dans tous nos cœurs. Vous serez toujours reconnus pour votre dévouement à réussir le but de graduation, tout en naviguant la nouvelle modèle de vie à se distancer socialement. De la part des commissaires d'école, Félicitations à la classe de 2020 et bonne chance dans tous vos exploits.
This next speaker is someone who us grads know all too well. She is someone who is fun, relatable, and is always doing her best to encourage her students to strive for the top. Although she was a little reluctant to give a speech after we suggested that she do it, she cares about her students' happiness so much that she is here today to do it anyway, and we truly thank her for that. On behalf of the grade 12 class of 2020, it is my pleasure to introduce to you our guest speaker and homeroom teacher, Miss Samantha Sansom.
Good afternoon, grads, colleagues, and family and friends watching at home. When the grads first put my name up as one of their choices for the guest speaker, I was hesitant. I am a speaker to students, not to an entire gymnasium full of people. But I knew that I would accept it if I were chosen. I mean, really, how could I not? Considering they would never let me live that down since I put them through debates last year. And thankfully for me, this year, there is not a gymnasium full of people. I do want to let you grads know that I am very honored that you chose me to lecture you one last time. So the theme you guys chose for your graduation celebration is, if you are comfortable and everything seems controlled, you're not going fast enough. Today, I am going to speak to the three main ideas that jump out at me in this theme: comfort, control, and speed. Firstly, let's touch on comfort. I like being comfortable, as you know, and that is why, as I stand here talking to you, I'm imagining that we're all in jeans and sneakers and t-shirts rather than formal attire and caps and gowns, just like we would be in our classroom. It's going to be important for all of you, as you move beyond these walls, to be comfortable with yourselves. Mark Lewis, a professor of clinical psychology, once stated, "It's hard being in early, middle, and then high school and liking yourself. For a great deal of that time, you are so busy trying to figure out who you are and trying to fit in that you rarely have time to be comfortable with you." So what does that mean, being comfortable with you? Well, for me, it means not comparing yourself to others or doing things just to impress or appease others. It means behaving in a way that you are proud of, being sure of yourself and your actions. Really, it just means liking who you are. Now, that can be very difficult when society is dictating who is the prettiest, who is the smartest, who is the best dressed, who is the most successful, who is the funniest, blah, blah, blah. But if you can find happiness in yourself, true happiness, with who you are as an individual, you can focus your energy more on accomplishing your goals and less energy on appeasing others. I need to tell you something that I'm not sure you guys hear often enough. You are all amazing young adults. You are some of the kindest and most generous students I have met. You are book smart and you are street smart. You are athletic and you are creative. And most of all, you are outspoken. Embrace these qualities within you. You are each special and remarkable, and that is who you are. If you can find comfort in all of your good qualities, and even in the not so good ones. You will worry less about what others think of you, which you can't control anyways, and spend more energy on controlling your place in the world. That brings me to the next idea about your theme, control. Having control in our lives is a necessity to sustain our inner strength. When we have a loss of control, we feel tense, uncertain, and a lack of self-assuredness. Let me give you an example to help you better understand this concept a wee bit better. A few years ago, I was put into a situation where one moment I was laughing with students, and the next I felt uncontrollable anger build up inside of me. I had lost control of not only the situation and my interaction with a particular student, but also my emotions. I yelled at the student in front of his peers, then pulled him into my classroom and tried to reason with him about his poor behavior. Later, I realized I should have been reasoning with myself rather than this student. It wasn't his fault I had lost control. I felt awful. I was so unsure about my reaction. Did I have a right to be angry? How could I have handled the situation differently? Should I admit my loss of defeat? Was doing so weak? I was, quite frankly, ashamed of my behavior and was haunted by it whenever I interacted with this student. You see, I have high expectations of myself as a teacher, and to this day, when I think of how I lost control, I feel nauseous. When we feel like we are in control of our environment, we also feel like we have a better chance of survival. I was not in control, and I lost that sense of survival as a teacher. I needed to fix it. I needed to regain my sense of control, and did so by apologizing to the student. My point is that, yes, it is important to feel that you are in control, that you have a sense of certainty, but at the same time, it's also so important to accept that sometimes you are going to lose control. You simply cannot control everything. I only ask that when you lose control, you learn from that experience. You think about why you lost it, how you lost it, and then you gain some knowledge about yourself that will strengthen your self-assuredness. The best lessons that I have learned about myself are from the vast amount of mistakes I have made throughout my life. I know that each of you will be confronted with the loss of control at some point, and my only wish is that you take some time in your fast-paced lives to learn from it and become a better person because of it. Life is fast. I once had a high school teacher who said that as you get older, the years go by faster and faster. Let me tell you, Madame Karstens was right. This brings me to the third idea about your theme. You're not going fast enough. Don't go fast. Oh no, take your time. You've probably heard your parents comment on how fast you've grown up. You probably feel as though your lives in school have not gone by fast enough. But stop. Take a moment right now and look at your peers sitting around you. Seriously, look at each other. Come on, you can do it. There we go. Take this fleeting moment to remember all of those memories you've shared. As you think of your memories, I'm going to share some of mine. You have always been my vocal class. My quarrelers, my bickerers, my debaters. One memory I quite vividly remember, and by far one of my most fond memories of your class, is of a certain argument that took place during a lunch hour in grade 9. I had just finished eating my lunch and kibitzing with my colleagues in the staff room and was leisurely making my way back to my classroom to prepare for my grade 9 English class, which of course happens to be our current graduating class. I think I made it to about Miss Friesen's classroom when one of your classmates came running to find me with fear in her eyes, exclaiming wildly that something bad was going down in my classroom. "They're yelling at each other," she said. "All of them are just yelling at each other." The student was obviously panicked, but I reassured her as I quickly picked up the pace. I had no idea what I was walking into. My back straightened, my shoulders stiffened, the sweat started to bead at my brow. I was ready for this battle. I took a deep breath and entered the cacophony. Sure enough, you were all yelling over each other. It was a mayhem of irritation, exasperation, and frustration. You were in attack mode. Thankfully, I have years of experience yelling over rowdy students and threw my voice as loudly as I could, "Quiet!" Yep. I then asked what in all the world had gotten you so riled up. Do you remember what it was from 4 years ago that had you all up in arms? Yeah? Some of you? I'll tell you. Trump. Donald J. Trump. You were arguing as to whether or not Trump was a good Christian. I will admit to you now that in my head, the laughter was taking over. Of all the things a typical grade 9 class would argue over their lunch break, I would never, ever have thought that Trump's Christianity would be a priority. But alas, you have never been a typical class. And if given the chance, you all would argue about the color of the sky for hours on end. That is why you have been one of my most memorable classes. I would present a lesson or an activity, and you would argue its value, debate its merit, offer alternative activities. I would play my dictator card, and we would move on. Last year, we had our debate unit. Oh, you all were in distress. Really? We have to argue in front of each other? And the grade 10s? You acted as though you hadn't already been doing this since you learned to talk. To ease you into this new experience, I came up with head-to-head on-the-spot debates. I knew you had this because I'd seen you do it thousands of times. So I lined you up in 2 rows facing each other. You groaned, you whined, you tried to argue. I played my dictator card, and we moved on with our head-to-head debates. Now, as a teacher, you imagine new activities will go smoothly. You hope it will work out as gloriously as you have imagined. But there is, more often than not, a little nagging feeling in your gut that it is all going to be a disaster. I have often felt these emotions with your class. However, this time, there was no disaster. I remember standing on a chair at the front of the class timing your mini debates, moderating as best I could while 20-some-odd grade 11s argued boisterously. And then I stopped and I listened. I listened with pride as you were all on task. You were all engaged. You were respectful, and you were having fun. It worked so well that we actually had to move the debates outside of the classroom because it could no longer contain the turbulence of your voices. I loved that lesson. I loved seeing each and every one of you at your best. It was not the arguing that made you shine in my eyes, but seeing you so involved, so in the present. You are at your best when you are living in the present, being completely engulfed by what is happening right now. I have been happiest when I see you all in that spirit, in the mind-blowing moment when you aren't thinking about anything but being committed to what you are doing. That day, in my eyes, you all found success. Just like the day you took on Trump's Christianity. I threw the lesson I had planned out the window, and we just talked for 70 minutes. You each had a chance to speak your mind. You listened to each other with consideration. You opened up to the possibility that it's okay for others to have differing opinions. That day, you showed me how much you had grown since I had taught you in grade 6. And you have continued to grow throughout the years. Don't rush that growth. It'll happen. Don't worry. You'll get to where you're going. Just take some time on your way to slow down. Remember these memories and make new memories. You don't need to live in the past or quickly speed through the present. You should, however, remember the past, live in the moment, and allow the future to come in good time. Well, that about does it for my very last lecture to you. Remember, you have the know-how and the gumption to move forward and argue your way through with open minds as you face each new chapter in these novels we call life. Congratulations to each and every one of you.
Rachel Heinrich's Memorial Award. A plaque and $50 cash awarded in memory of Rachel Heinrichs is presented to a graduate who expressed a keen interest in working with children and showing genuine attention to their learning and social skills. The runner-up is Kalia Cruz. The winner is Courtney Saracen. Tom Heinrichs Memorial Award. A plaque and a $50 cash award in memory of Tom Heinrichs is presented to a graduate who enjoyed playing sports and who tried his or her best. The recipient showed commitment to the program and who was a great team player. The runner-up is Cynthia Reimer. The winner is Jaden Bartel. Mike McCullough Memorial Award. A plaque and a $50 cash award in memory of Mike McCullough is presented to a graduate who displays a zest for life and all it has to offer, is willing to take a risk but still shows respect and a positive outlook. The runner-up is Zach Funk. The winner is Kalia Cruz. Linda Strachan Memorial Award. This bursary and plaque in memory of a former Rosenort school principal, Linda Strachan, is awarded to a graduate who has achieved success in learning and life skills with some assistance with resource services during some point in his or her schooling. The winner is Courtney Saracen.
The Extracurricular Award. Donated by Rosenort School, a plaque and a $100 cash award is presented to each male and female graduate who have participated in a multitude of activities, such as sports, student council executive and events, ISCF, drama, and any special music performances in choir throughout the school year. As we have double winners, would each recipient stand on either side of the plaque for their photo op? Female Extracurricular Award goes to Cynthia Reimer. Male Extracurricular Award goes to Jaden Bartel. Intramural Award is sponsored by Rosenort School, and this award is presented to the student who has been a consistent, active participant during senior intramurals. Whether it was an organized event such as volleyball or Swedish dodgeball, or during open gym activities such as basketball or floor hockey, this student attended the majority of the senior gym days during school time. Intramural Award and a check for $100 goes to Brandon Bartel. Male and female athletic awards and a $50 check for each recipient is sponsored by Rosenort Subway. The recipient of the Female Athletic Award captained both the volleyball and basketball teams. She was a team leader on and off the court. During basketball season, she was nominated as the MHSAA Player of the Week. She was also selected to the high school graduating all-star team, and for the second year in a row, she made Manitoba's second team in basketball. Female runner-up for the Female Athletic Award is Emma Unger, and the Graduating Female Athlete Award goes to Rachel Waldner. The recipient for the Male Athletic Award captained the volleyball team and was part of the basketball team. He was instrumental in the varsity volleyball team's success, ending the season with winning Provincial A volleyball championships. He was also nominated as a Provincial All-Star. He was selected to the MVA Graduating All-Star team in volleyball. Though his court time with the basketball team was limited, he was an impact player and did not go unnoticed by the opposition. Male runner-up is Jaden Bartel, and the Graduating Male Athlete Award goes to Jordan Banman. Music Theory Award. This award is presented to the graduate who has scored the highest mark in the theory component of music study. Congratulations to Cassandra Shear.
The Citizenship Award. The Citizenship Trophy, along with the $200 cash award donated by the Rosenort Co-op, is presented to the graduate who has exemplified a caring, considerate, and positive attitude towards fellow students and staff. The runner-up is Kalia Cruz, and the winner is Christy Harder. The Language Arts Trophy. This trophy, along with the $200 cash award, is donated by the Rosenort School and is presented to a student who achieved an average of 75% or higher with the highest academic standing in English 40S. Honorable mention with an average of 94.1% goes to Cassandra Shearer. The winner with an average of 95.9% is Frances Tomeo. The French Trophy. This trophy, along with the $200 cash award, is sponsored by Rosenort Motors and is presented to the student with the highest academic standing in French 30S and 40S. The runner-up, with an average of 93.2%, is Frances Tomeo. The winner, with an average of 94.2%, is Emma Unger.
The Social Studies Trophy, along with a $200 cash award donated by Rosenort School, is presented to the student who has taken the most courses in social studies in grade 11 and grade 12, and has maintained an average of 75% or higher. Honorable mention with an average of 77.3% in 3 courses is Emma Hallsdottir. The winner, with an average of 90.1% in 3 courses, Christy Harder. The continuing education bursary is donated by the Winkler and Low Farm Co-op stores. This, together with a $500 cash award, is presented to the graduate who is moving on in his or her studies and who exemplifies a strong work ethic. The winner this year is Cassandra Shearer. The Novid Mathematics Award, together with a $200 cash award, is presented to a student who has the highest average from their 2 best math 30 and 40 courses. The runner-up with an average of 94.0% is Cassandra Shearer, way to go. The winner with an average of 96.0% is Frances Tomeo.
On behalf of Westfield Industries, the Career Skills Plaque, along with $400 cash award, is presented to the student who has taken a minimum of 8 courses and maintained an average of 75% or higher in the area of career and workplace experience. Courses include life work, credit for employment, vocational, and apprenticeship. The runner-up with an average of 86.4% in 9 courses is Brandon Martell, and the winner with an average of 92.1% in 9 courses is Jordan Banman. This is the Rona LifeWork Award. The Rona LifeWork Award plaque and a $400 cash award is presented to the student who has maintained an average of 75% or higher and has taken a minimum of 8 courses in either LifeWork, credit for employment, or vocational studies. The recipient will also have shown positive leadership skills. In order to receive the cash award, the winner will be enrolled in a trade or post-secondary school within 2 years of graduation. The runner-up with an average of 86.4% in 9 courses is Brandon Martell, and the winner with an average of 92.1% in 9 courses is Jordan Banman. This is the Business Education Award. The trophy, along with a $100 cash award, is donated by Trow Nutrition, which is Landmark Feeds, and is presented to the graduate who has taken the most courses in business education, maintaining an average of 75% or higher. Honorable mention with an average of 92% in 5 courses is Rachel Waldner, and the winner with an average of 84.2% in 7 courses is Jaden Bartel.
The Mathematics and Science Trophy is presented on behalf of Rosenort Credit Union, along with a $100 cash award is presented to the students with the most courses in math and science in grade 11 and 12, maintaining an average of 75% or higher. In conjunction with the trophy, a scholarship is awarded in 2 equal installments of $500. The first will be awarded upon successful registration at a university or college in a field of science or business administration. The second installment will be awarded upon successful registration of the student's second year of studies. Honorable mention with an average of 94.1 in 11 courses is Cassandra Shearer. The winner with an average of 95.1% in 11 courses is Frances Tamayo. The Rosenort Chamber of Commerce Scholarship. This is a $200 scholarship donated by the Rosenort Chamber of Commerce, presented to a graduating student who plans to pursue studies in the field of business or commerce. The graduate will have taken the most courses in business education, maintaining an average of 75% or higher. The winner of this award with an average of 85% in 5 courses is Jordan Banman. the Rosenort Chamber of Commerce Most Improved Award. This award, donated by Rosenort Chamber of Commerce, is presented to a most improved graduate in all subjects combined from grades 9 to 12. The graduate will receive a $200 cash award upon enrollment at a post-secondary institution or when they have worked for a local business for 6 consecutive months after graduation. The runner-up with a grade point average improvement of 6.8% is Raymond Young. The winner with a grade point average improvement of 9.1% is Riley Penner. The Local Urban District of Rosenort Award. The Local Urban District of Rosenort Award is a trophy and a $500 bursary payable upon registration to a graduate who plans to continue his or her studies in business administration, which includes CMA, CGA, CA, and law courses, or in urban and rural development studies. The graduate has obtained the highest marks in all grade 11 and 12 courses. The winner of this award will be attending Providence College. Congratulations, Jordan Banman.
The Honorable Candace Bergen Leadership Award. This $300 award, donated by the Honorable Candace Bergen, is presented to a student who doesn't overly seek the limelight, but shows leadership through quiet confidence and character. This award is not based on marks, but is meant to acknowledge a student who has shown empathy, reliability, compassion, and a positive attitude through their school career. The winner is Kalia Cruz. Excellence in Writing Bursary. On behalf of Blaine Peterson, member of the Legislative Assembly of Manitoba, we are pleased to present this $250 cash award to a recipient who has exemplified excellence in writing. The winning submission was for a short story titled Alleyways. Congratulations to Christy Harder.
The University of Manitoba Girton Centennial Entrance 2-Tier Scholarship. The following recipient of the University of Manitoba Girton Centennial Entrance Scholarship is being awarded to a student for high standing on admission. This scholarship in the amount of $2,000 is being awarded to Emma Unger. The University of Manitoba Queen Elizabeth II Entrance Tier 1 Scholarship. The following recipient of the University of Manitoba Queen Elizabeth II Entrance Scholarship is being awarded to a student for high standing on admission. This scholarship in the amount of $3,000 is being awarded to Francis Tomeo. the Chown Centennial Entrance Scholarship. The University of Manitoba Chown Entrance Scholarship, in the amount of $1,000, is presented to a graduate who has achieved a minimum average of 85% and has successfully been admitted to the University of Manitoba in the fall for full-time studies. The runner-up, with an academic average of 90.2%, is Emma Unger. The winner, with an academic average of 96.2%, is Frances Tomeo.
The Steinbeck Bible College Entrance Scholarship, through the generous gifts of donors, the Steinbeck Bible College is able to grant academic entrance scholarships based on high school academic achievements. The high school average is calculated based on the top 5 approved grade 12 courses. At least 3 of the 5 must be in academic courses, one of which must be an English course. Join me in congratulating the following 2 graduates who will each receive a $1,000 entrance scholarship to Steinbeck Bible College, Kalia Cruz and Cynthia Reimer. The Providence College Alumni Special Entrance Scholarship. Academic entrance scholarships are available to all qualified students entering at Providence College. These scholarships are given to students based on their academic average or averages achieved in high school, grades 11 and 12. The winner of this $1,500 scholarship is Jordan Bannon. The Red River Valley Teachers Association Scholarship. To qualify, the graduate must exemplify leadership abilities in the school community and in the community around and intend to attend post-secondary studies in the fall. The recipient will have applied in writing by March 1st. The winner of this $250 scholarship is Cynthia Reimer.
The Governor General's Academic Award. The Governor General's Medal, established in 1873, is awarded to the graduate with the highest academic average. This average includes all grade 11 and 12 courses and does not differentiate between academic and vocational courses. The runner-up with an average of 94.8% is Cassandra Shearer, and the winner with an academic average of 96.2% is Frances Tomeo.
Congratulations, class of 2020. Back in October, when Kalia asked me to do the teacher reply for your graduation banquet, I was starting to put together some ideas as to what I would say. To say that this year is unusual would definitely be an understatement. To the parents of the grads, thank you so much for all the work you have done, not only in this last term of your graduate's life, but in the 18 years leading up to today. This is a very exciting chapter for you and for your family, and I wish you the best. This year's teacher reply will be slightly different, and I've entitled it, "We'll Pass You Anyway." Welcome to your grad toss out. The keep and believe when we say we want it that way. We felt 2 worlds apart, can't tell who's really smart, trust us. When we say we'll pass you anyway, tell me why COVID grades are so phony. Tell me why remote learning's such baloney. Tell me why we never want to hear you say teachers planned it that way for you. So inspired. Chose it that way. Tell me why COVID grades are so phony. Tell me why remote learning's such baloney. Tell me why we never want to hear you say teachers planned it that way. See, education is falling apart from the way that it used to be. Yeah, no matter the distancing, we want you to know we love the class of 2020. We hated it just as much. It was hard to keep in touch. As science, LA possessed. Don't want to see your face in Zoom. Forget Google Classroom. We don't ever want to hear you say I liked it that way. Tell me why COVID grades are so phony. Tell me why remote learning's such baloney. Tell me why we never want to hear you say teachers planned it this way. Oh dear, it is a teacher parade. No parties 'cause we're all afraid. No matter all the distancing, this is your special day. It's time for our holiday.
Hours of king cars parked on radium lawns by suburban moms. I called a friend, let's meet at 10, go wherever we want, 'cause no one cares that we're gone. This town don't got much to do, boat turned blue. 'Cause we are the helpless, selfish, one of a kind millennium kids that all wanna die, walking in the street with no light inside our eyes. We are the worthless, cursed with too much time. We get into trouble and lose our minds. It's something that I've heard a million times in my life. Generation wide. Parents think we're fast asleep, but as soon as we're home, we're sneaking out the window. 'Cause at this rate of earth decay, our world's ending at noon. Could we all just move to the moon? This town don't got much to do, and you and I haven't got much to lose. So do you wanna leave everyone in this place for good? 'Cause we are the helpless, selfish, one of a kind millennium kids that all wanna die, walking in the street with no light inside our eyes. We are the worthless, cursed with too much time to get into trouble and lose our minds. It's something that I've heard a million times in my life. Generation wide. Living night to night, since we're bound to die. Oh, what's the use in trying? That's exactly why we are the helpless, selfish, one of a kind millennium kids that all wanna die, walking in the street with no light inside our eyes. We are the worthless, cursed with too much time to get into trouble and lose our minds. It's something that I've heard a million times in my life. Generation wide.
What if we run away? What if we left today? What if we said goodbye to safe and sound? What if we're hard to find? What if we lost our minds? What if we let them fall behind and they're never found? And when the lights start flashing like a photo booth and the stars exploding, we'll be fireproof. My youth is yours, tripping on skies, sipping waterfalls. My youth is yours, run away now and forever. My youth is yours, the truth so loud you can't ignore. My youth is yours. What if we start to drive? What if we close our eyes? Speeding through red lights into paradise. 'Cause we've no time for getting old. Water body, timeless souls. Cross your fingers, here we go. And when the lights start flashing like a photo booth and the stars exploding, we'll be fireproof. My youth is yours, tripping on skies, sipping waterfalls. My youth is yours, run away now and forever. My youth is yours, the truth so loud you can't ignore. My youth is yours. yours. Tripping on the stars, sipping waterfalls. My youth is yours. Run away now and forever. My youth is yours. The truth so loud you can't ignore. My youth is yours.
Ain't no love on a highway. If you keep it in park on your driveway, you ain't gonna go too far. Chilling in your broke down car. Spend too long going sideways. I'ma take your order, do it my way. You ain't gonna go too far. Chilling in your broke down car.
I remember they had me feeling low. I lift my head high and get back on the road. 'Cause when you're not hot, damn, people are cold. Can't make the world stop, but that's the way that it goes. On the highway, put your feet up, feet up. Hate to see you down, want you to feel love on the highway. Come on, speed up. I know that you're gonna find another way. It don't have to be like that. It don't have to be like that. You don't have to feel like that. You don't have to feel like that.
Ain't no love on the highway. If you keep it in park on your driveway, you ain't gonna go too far. Chilling in your broke down car. Spend too long going sideways. I'ma take your order, do it my way. You ain't gonna go too far. Chilling in your broke down car.
You ain't gonna go too far.
Yo quiero irme lejos de todo, porque me estoy volviendo loco. Ven conmigo, no tenemos mucho tiempo. Just follow me, no need to go slow. On the highway, freedom. Diddy-da-didum, I seen you love to come on the highway. A mí me gusta, but let me chill on my broken car.
It don't have to be like that. It don't have to be like that. You don't have to feel like that. You don't have to feel like that. Ain't no love on the highway. If you keep it in park on your driveway, you ain't gonna go too far. Chilling in your broke down car. Spend too long going sideways. I'ma take it all, do it my way. You ain't gonna go too far. Chilling in your broke down car.
You ain't gonna go too far. Chilling in your broke down car.
You don't have to feel like that. You don't have to feel like that. You don't have to feel like that. You don't have to be like that.
Don't have to be like that.
You don't have to feel like that.
I got to go now.
Ain't no love on the highway. If you keep it in park on your driveway,
You ain't gonna go too far. Chilling in your broke down car.
spend too long going sideways. I'ma take it all, do it my way.
You ain't gonna go too far. Chilling in your broke down car.
You ain't gonna go too far.
Chilling in your broke down car.
You ain't gonna go too far. Chilling in your broke down car.
Yesterday felt like my graduation. Now some of those kids have got their own. Been a while since I took a vacation. It's been a while since I really let go. Don't wanna look back, thinking I could've done this or I could've tried that. Don't wanna look back, cause it's going by fast. I'ma call my mother. It's been a while since I've been home. Take a trip in the summer. See all the lights in Tokyo. Get lost in the desert, just to see what I can find. So when it's my time, I'm smiling when I die. When I die, I'm smiling when I die. When I die. Yesterday felt like my first day working. Now I'm not the youngest on the clock. Been a while since days were just for burning. It's been a while since I threw back a shot. Don't wanna look back, thinking I could've done this or I could've tried that. Don't wanna look back, cause it's going by fast. I'ma call my mother. It's been a while since I've been home. Take a trip in the summer. See all the lights in Tokyo. Get lost in the desert, just to see what I can find. So when it's my time.
Job on the videos, Francis and Mr. Scharfenberg. I did not get a chance to preview either of them, and I do say that was a great song, very good, and you did an awesome job on the video as well. Valedictorian Award. So we get a chance to hear from one of you. It is my pleasure to present a cash award sponsored by the Rosenort School to the valedictorian of the graduating class of 2020. I am honored to introduce to you the class valedictorian, Cassandra Shearer.
Good afternoon, friends, family, guests, and my fellow graduates. I am so happy to say welcome to our celebration of Rosenort School's 2020 graduating class. Congratulations to you all. We, family, students, educators, and beyond, fought for this. In some ways, it seems fitting. We were born in 2002. While the world was still reeling with the horrors of the 9/11 terrorist attacks. Now we leave our childhoods behind amidst the rampant destruction of COVID-19. Unfamiliar phrases such as global pandemic, social distancing, and self-isolation are now everyday occurrences. This year, we have had to carve paths, lead, follow, listen, grow in numerous ways, and try to find the positive. Like doing math in bed is fun, right? Life is full of challenges, and fighting through them is necessary. It is important that we acknowledge this and each other. Thank you to everyone for adapting to these changes and for making this afternoon and graduation ceremony possible. 13 years of working together makes more than epic memories. It makes a class united. By united, I mean we respect each other. But do we always agree? No. Like in the hour-long debates that have nothing to do with the class, as we were quick to talk about anything off-topic and a little slower to actually participate in relevant discussions. Or the Eastern Canada trip, which was the perfect place to explore old and new friendships. Closer to home, we spent hours watching the Hawks teams play sports and working hard in the classroom. For instance, during English, when one particular student had fallen asleep, we all took great joy in watching a textbook slam down to wake them up. I can't fault them though, as I too have fallen asleep in class. I was just lucky we were watching a video and it was dark. And the library, where there were so many great, peaceful memories. The books, the quiet, and the mouse falling from the ceiling. That was the end of peacefulness that day. Throughout these experiences, we've learned a lot about each other. Tim loves to tell jokes about almost anything, and they're funny. Cynthia has great sarcasm, and Courtney will always be there to listen. This proves that while we may have not always agreed, we care enough to learn about each other. Different as our perceptions may be, they are born of shared pivotal points of our lives. For many of us, grade 9 was such a one, where everything became more real. For those from Low Farm and other schools, the change must have been intense. However, we all became fast friends, and I am so glad to be graduating among you. This afternoon, however, we are missing one, Adrian Greening, who also made that big jump to a new school. I did not have the opportunity to get to know her as well as some, but when I look at our class photo, I am reminded of the things I do know, that she loved sports, her friends, and her family. She was taken on Thanksgiving weekend, October 2016, our grade 9 year. Her life and loss remind us that it is imperative to cherish every moment. So tonight we honor Adrian and embrace this accomplished young woman as part of our 2020 graduating class. What have we accomplished? After 13 years of rising early or working late and soldiering through seemingly endless piles of homework, we might all give a different answer. One thing is for sure, our efforts have paid off. We have earned this diploma, and it will open doors and create opportunities. You are a graduate and have the right to become whatever you wish. To our parents and guardians, thank you. Thank you for listening to all our years of crying, complaining, and homework questions. I personally would like to thank my mom for editing all of my writing and applications, and my dad's help for pretty much every other subject. I would also like to thank our teachers, who not only told us or taught us that sine squared theta plus cosine squared theta equals 1, or that go is a complete sentence, but who also taught us the importance of education. While it may have not always seemed like a privilege to teach us, it has been a privilege to have been taught by you. We are grateful for the efforts you have put into us, especially during quarantine. Through recorded lectures, online meets, assignments, and detailed notes, your commitment to us is evident. You have made sure your students have everything they need to succeed. We can embark in confidence, and we are engaged in our future. Our theme this year is, if you are comfortable and everything seems controlled, you're not going fast enough. In life, we construct goals and set out to achieve them, but sometimes we don't or feel we can't. What's stopping us? Perhaps we look around and see that we are in a safe place where we won't get hurt. We may not want to put ourselves or our egos at risk, or worse, we may be in a rut. If you ever find yourself here, set goals, have dreams, and take risks. If we ever find ourselves in such a place, take a breath and figure out what scares you the most, and then follow it. Seriously, be scared. It is how you accomplish your goals. Take chances. Go for that interview, talk to that person, play in that concert. In order to grow, we must go faster. We must challenge ourselves to accomplish our dreams, become more knowledgeable about the world, and through perspectives and new skills, find our place in it. Does this guarantee success? No, but it helps build the road to it. I would like to leave you with a quote from the author Neil Gaiman. If you dare nothing, then when the day is over, nothing is all you will have gained. So, my fellow graduates, be daring and be exceptional. Thank you, and once again, congratulations to the 2020 graduating class.
All right, it is time for diplomas. Jordan Abe Banman. This summer, Jordan will be working. In the fall, he will be attending Providence College in the business program, where he will also be playing on the men's volleyball team. Jordan is graduating with honors, a high school apprenticeship certificate of recognition, a certificate of distinction, and 36 credits. Brandon Andrew Bartell. This summer, Brandon will be spending some time camping and continuing to work. He is looking forward to attending a missions trip next summer that will take him to Nicaragua. To his fellow graduates, Brandon says, "Work hard for what you want." Brandon is graduating with honors, a high school apprenticeship certificate of recognition, and 35 credits. Jaden Luke Bartel. During the summer and into the fall, Jaden will be staying busy with work. His future aspirations are to become a stunt double. Jaden is graduating with 32 credits. Zachary Taylor Funk. For Zach, he says that there is no straight arrow in life. No matter what, there will be obstacles in the way. He would like to one day become either a vet or an officer. He recognizes that if the Lord chooses something else for him to accomplish instead, well, so be it. Zach is graduating with 32 credits. Yana Gellert. During the summer months, Yana plans on traveling and seeing new places. She would like to take a bit of a break from life before commencing her post-secondary studies. This fall, she is planning on attending the University of Manitoba and starting a new chapter in her life. She would like to go into criminology and study law so that she can become a successful lawyer. Yana would like to thank her graduating class for being amazing. In the past 3 years, she was able to get to know you, and she is really glad that she had that opportunity. She says, "You will all remain in my heart as the best class I ever had and probably ever will. I hope I will be able to meet you again in the future. I am sure that everyone here will go on to lead good lives because you all most certainly deserve to do so." Yana is graduating with 33 credits. Emeka Elif Hellsdaughter. Emeka's plans for the summer are to work and save up for her post-secondary education. She will also be hanging out with friends and spending her free time relaxing. Next year, she plans to take the year off and focus on working and continuing to save for the following year, where she hopes to be attending the University of Manitoba in the Faculty of Law. To her graduating class, she would like to say that in the past 13 years, many good and bad times have been shared, but none of that matters anymore because she's closing this chapter of life. Cheers. Emeka is graduating with 34 credits. Raymond Donald Hamilton Young. This summer, Ray plans to continue to weld at North Star until he finishes his Level 3 Automotive Technology certification. Ray would like to tell his fellow grads that he had a good time with you and he wishes you very good times in the future. Raymond is graduating with a technical diploma, a high school apprenticeship certificate of recognition, a vocational certificate, and 32 credits. Christy Leanne Harder. This summer, Christy is planning on possibly going on a couple of road trips with friends and family. She also plans on taking lots of time to chill, while she and her family do some camping, some fishing, and having lots of fun. In the fall, Christy is considering going to the School of Ministers for a year or finding a job. As for post-secondary, she is not exactly sure what she wants to do with her life, but she would love to expand her knowledge and experiment with different kinds of fine arts, writing, and acting, and then see where that takes her. To her fellow graduates, Christy says, "Well, guys, we made it. I wish you all the best of luck, and I look forward to what God is going to do in all of our lives. In the words of Buster Moon, get some sleep and dream big dreams." Christy is graduating with honors, a certificate of distinction, and 37 credits. Kalia Renee Cruz. Kalia will be teaching swimming lessons this summer. During her time off, she will be busy reading and continuing to grow her amigurumi and baking businesses. In September, she might be going to Bodenseehof Bible School in Germany, or possibly to Steinbach Bible College, depending on how things develop. She will be there for 6 months, and she hopes to travel around Europe while she's there. Her future plans entail going to Steinbach Bible College and then seeing where God leads her. To the graduating class, Kalia says, "I wish you well in your future endeavors. Remember that you have more education and opportunities than most of the world, so use it along with your gifts to make a difference in someone's life and bring the glory to God." Kalia is graduating with highest honors, a certificate of distinction, and 38.5 credits. Amy Catherine Lowen. During the summer months, Amy will be teaching swimming lessons from her pond and going to camp. In the fall, she is planning on working. Eventually, she would like to attend the University of Manitoba's Faculty of Agriculture. To her classmates, she says, "It's been a slice." Amy is graduating with honors, a certificate of distinction, a French certificate of merit, and 37 credits. Riley Sean Penner. This summer and into the fall, Riley plans on working in construction in Winnipeg. Down the road, he would like to get his red seal as a diesel mechanic and open his own shop. Riley would like to tell his graduating class to have amazing lives, and he hopes to see you sometimes in the future. See ya. Riley is graduating with a technical diploma, a vocational certificate, and 31.5 credits. Cynthia Dawn Reimer. Cynthia will be volunteering at Pembina Valley Bible Camp this summer before she heads to Steinbach Bible College in the fall. To her fellow grads, she says, "Goodbye." Cynthia is graduating with highest honors, a certificate of distinction, a French certificate of merit, and 36.5 credits. Alyssa Beth Nicole Ritz. This summer, Alyssa would like to work so she can build up her college fund. During the fall, she plans on moving out and continue to build those college funds. Down the road, Alyssa would like to apply to Red River College and attend the 32-month nursing program. She would like to one day work in the Winnipeg Hospital, in a Winnipeg hospital. Alyssa would like to tell her graduating class that it has been a great 4 years. They always had the best laughs and the greatest memories. She wishes them all good luck and farewell. She wants to let them know that she will always remember them. Alyssa is graduating with 32 credits. Cassandra Grace Shearer. This summer, Cassandra will be leaving Subway and plans to move to British Columbia and prepare for school. In the fall, she will be attending the Faculty of Science at the University of British Columbia, where she plans on achieving a bachelor's degree in biology. Later on, Cass would like to begin dentistry school and eventually study orthodontics. Her dream is to one day open her own practice. Cassandra would like to tell her fellow grads that she may not know many of you very well, but she does wish you well in your futures. Cassandra is graduating with highest honors, a certificate of distinction, a French certificate of merit, and 39 credits. Courtney Elise Elena Saracen. Courtney obviously wants to enjoy her summer and go to work on finding a job and her license. This fall, she plans to either attend post-secondary or continue working. In the future, she would like to go back to school and take courses in creative writing, Japanese and Indigenous studies. After she finishes her education, she hopes to travel the world and learn more about other cultures. As for employment, she would like to either work as a waitress or in a field working with children. To her graduating class, Courtney says, "We're done with school. Well, at least for now. For some students. Now, the real work begins, but remember, you got this. This is your life. Live it to the fullest. Stay safe. Maintain physical distancing. Don't worry about the past or the future. Live in the moment. I wish each one of you guys and girls the best. Soar on, my fellow RedHawks." Courtney is graduating with a certificate of distinction and 37 credits. Timothy David Suderman. Timothy will be working at Pembina Valley Bible Camp this summer. During the fall, he plans on getting a job, most likely in some kind of restaurant, so he can build his income for post-secondary. His future plans include going to Red River College to study culinary arts. Before that, he would like to spend a year or two at Steinbach Bible College. To his graduating class, Tim says, "If there is one thing I have learned and heard, it's don't make plans that go too far into the future. Because if you do, I can probably guarantee you something will happen to cause them to veer off course." Timothy is graduating with 31.5 credits. Frances May Labrador Tameo. During the summer months, Frances will be spending time with her family and friends and will be preparing for university. In September, she will be heading to the University of Manitoba to pursue a degree in psychology. Her dream is to become a licensed clinical psychologist. Frances leaves her graduating class with this message: "There were many ups and downs, some bad times, but mostly good times. That's probably why I had so much fun with you all despite us not being the closest. So when we leave this place, let's not be strangers, even if you are across the world. I wish you the best of luck on your future endeavors, and I hope you get to the places where you want to be." Frances is graduating with highest honors, a certificate of distinction, a French certificate of merit, and 38 credits. Emma Jane Unger. This summer, Emma will be spending time with her family and pets. She plans to continue to breed button quail and to work. In the fall, she will be attending the pre-vet program at the University of Manitoba. After she completes the 2-year program, she hopes to be accepted to the Western College of Veterinary Medicine located in Saskatoon. If accepted, she plans to then complete her doctorate of veterinary medicine before doing another 4 years of schooling to become a specialized veterinary surgeon. Emma leaves her graduating class with these sentiments. Congrats on finishing high school. May the best years of our life be those to come. Pursue your passions, create your dreams, and enjoy life. Make the differences you can, because even the smallest ones count. And always be there for others. Live life to the fullest. Emma is graduating with highest honors, a certificate of distinction, a French certificate of merit, and 36 credits. Rachel Judith Waldner. Over the summer months, Rachel will be continuing to work at the local co-op. She will be having fun and making memories with friends and family. In September, she will be moving to Brandon, where she is enrolled in the pre-nursing program at Brandon University. She's not sure what the future holds for her, but she would like to pursue nursing and eventually get a job as a pediatric nurse at the Children's Hospital in Winnipeg. Rachel would like to share the following with her graduating class. One important thing I learned is that taking 2-hour naps on the couch in the student lounge is what got me through high school. Rachel is graduating with honors, a sweet pair of teal Crocs, and 35 credits.
All right. Would the graduating class of 2020 please rise? Ladies and gentlemen, friends, family, and honored guests, it is my honor and privilege to present to you the Rosenort School graduating class of 2020.
Everything's coming up places. Don't wait. I said, hey, look, I made it. I said, hey, look, I made it. I sing it, I'm on it today.